Hey guys, Caitlin here, single ingredient for the single cooker, and we are back with another Halloween special, my favorite holiday. This episode we are going to be using chicken thighs to fill some wonton pockets. This is spooky, delicious, super, my favorite word, versatile, and I am so excited to pop these in the oven and show you guys how absolutely perfect they can be for any Halloween festivity you have, or if you just want to have them yourself, because just because you're cooking for one doesn't mean it can't be fun. First, we're going to chop our veggies and get them sizzling on the stove with some olive oil. Now we're going to season our chicken. We're going to use a little bit of salt to start, a little bit of pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And the most important part is getting fajita seasoning. Fajita seasoning is a little bit different than taco seasoning, so I would definitely pick the fajita seasoning, especially if you're using chicken. I pour about a quarter packet on the top half, then once I put it in the pan with the olive oil, peppers, and onions, I'm going to pour another quarter packet on that half and re-season with all the same things we have. So, let's start. You don't want too much salt because once you have too much salt, you can never take it back. Salt is one of those things that is not forgivable. A little pepper. Onion and garlic powder, I use a little bit more liberally because, well, they're delicious and they are definitely more forgiving than anything. And of course, in this recipe, I'm using chicken thighs because chicken thighs are the most forgivable part of the chicken. The more you cook them, the juicier they're still gonna get, especially if you've got a lot of flavor going on, which in this recipe, we definitely do. You're gonna use about a quarter packet of the fajita seasoning. Once you use the quarter packet, we're gonna put it seasoning side down on the olive oil, peppers, and onions that we already have simmering in our pan on the stove. Then we're gonna re-season the exact same way we already did, another quarter packet of the fajita seasoning with about a quarter cup of water, put the lid on, and just let it simmer. So while our chicken thighs and peppers and onions are simmering in our skillet, I'm gonna work on our shapes over here on our wonton wrappers. I am using a casket shape because our director likes a chicken in a casket situation. However, you could use any shape you really want to. Ghost, witches' hats, anything that sounds Halloween and fun to you. I've got two wonton wrappers. We're gonna use one for the base and one for the top. And I'm gonna use a pizza cutter because it just gives the most simple, clean cut. Cuts all the way through without an issue. And don't cut your fingers or your nails or anything else. Whoops. But it is just as simple as that. Or not. It's fine. I just missed a piece. It's fine. Was just one little piece. It's fine. There it is. There it is. See? Now we've got two little casket shapes that we're going to fill up with our chicken mixture to make our director-approved chicken in a casket. So now that our chicken's out of the pan and cool to the touch, we're going to take some pieces and just start cutting. Now we don't want to wait till it gets cold because then it kind of doesn't like cut and shred as nicely. See how it like kind of shredded right there? That's more what we're looking for. So we'll put that there for now. We'll start stuffing our caskets. So we cut our wonton wrappers 2 at a time. We're gonna lay them side by side. I'm gonna start with a layer of cheese just because, well, you know, it's cheese. And also, it's gonna kind of keep like a little bit of a net almost underneath. A couple pieces of chicken. If fajita really isn't your thing and you more prefer cheese and pepperoni with a pizza sauce or a ham and cheese or a roast beef and a provolone cheese, any filling really here is gonna do. which is really what makes this a very versatile, my favorite word, very versatile recipe. Because you can really do with it anything you want. Now, trick. We are working with wonton wrappers. Wonton wrappers are not just going to stay together because you ask them nicely. We need to wet the edges to keep them sticking together almost like a glue. You can use water, but it's, I don't know, not necessarily as flavorful, I find. So I put a little bit of olive oil on the edges. After that, I'm going to press these down on the edge to get them to stick. So I'm going to take this and just brush it on the top a little bit. All right. I'm going to put it on a baking sheet, put it in the oven for about 20 minutes or so, and while it's cooking, I'm just going to tend to this killer headache I got. Our chicken in the caskets are out of the oven, cooled, and ready to snack on. I'm going to cut into this casket and take a bite. Oh, do you hear that cracking? We got all that filling with the chicken, the cheese, the peppers. This is delicious. I hope you all have a happy and safe Halloween. My favorite holiday ever. Enjoy. Trick or treat, everybody.